everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Anna. Well, as I told you, me and my daughter, we've been everywhere. So this time I'm gonna tell you a story of what had happened to us. We barely made it. We barely made it back, I swear. So we went home to the United States for the summer. We went to went home to see family and friends. We haven't seen anybody, none of our family and friends in like 2 years. So we went back to visit, but our plans was to go back to Bangkok. So we went, no problems. We went easily, it was good, had a good time, spent time with families and friends, all that kind of stuff. But when we get ready to come back, there is a process to go back to Thailand. So the process was, first you had to get a COE, which you have to do it online, and you have to put in all the information, and that was a lot. Then we had to make sure we get the quarantine hotel, because you have to quarantine for 15 days when you get back there. And that was very expensive. That was about $2,300 US dollars. Yeah. Then we had to take the 72-hour fit to fly COVID test. Now you can't take the one that was at CVS or Walgreens or anything like that. You have to actually go to a lab and get it taken. And then that one is okay to fit the fly. And also, you have to have $100,000 COVID health insurance to get back as well. So take all those things in consideration, right? Okay, so we got all these things together and everything. We went to the airport on the day that we supposed to go. Now, everything was supposed to be okay or whatever. We get there, long line, we wait. We get up at the front. They gonna tell us that, see, at the time, we didn't know that Walgreens wasn't a good one, for the COVID test. We get there, they said, no, you cannot go because of the COVID test. And then they canceled the flight and delayed it back to the next day. So I was like, okay, maybe we can get a 24-hour quick test real quick, and we can catch it the next day. Mind you, the COE has to be done on that date, on the date that you're getting ready to go. Okay, so that means that I had to make a phone call, try to move the COE back, had to contact the quarantine hotel to get that moved back. The health insurance had to extend it, and then we had to hurry up and go to a lab to get the COVID test. Okay, get that done. We're ready to go again. Second time at the airport. Nope, we couldn't go. They said that it was a storm on the runway, so they delayed it again. Delayed the flight again. You talking about somebody upset? Miss Arnold was mad as heck. Okay? So we had to move it back again. All the stuff again. The COE, the quarantine hotel, the health insurance. The lab was okay because it was a 72-hour, so it was okay. So we was good with that. The third time. Okay, third time supposed to be a charm, right? This time the airline, the same airline. I'm not going to mention the airline's name because I don't want to get sued or anything. But the third time we went, look, my mom got tired of taking us back and forth to the airport and back home. Back to the airport and back home. Now this is just getting out of hand. The third time they said that it was not enough workers. People had quit. Okay, so they had to cancel the flight. This time, they decided to, you know, it just became a pattern. It just became a pattern that they was moving it back one day, and they never telling us that they moving this back. So we taking all this luggage back and forth to the airport. Crazy, right? So this time I was like frustrated, had to get back because I was teaching in Thailand, and I had to prepare and get things in order, and the school did say we had to be back at a certain time. So I was so upset. I was so mad and frustrated. I started crying, and my daughter was crying. We just had a hard time. It was crazy. So desperate people, desperate measures, right? So we decided that we're going to take a flight. We're going to take, not a flight this time, I'm sorry. We didn't take a flight. We took a train. A train from Tennessee to Chicago. So that's what we did. We took a train. Oh my God. On the train, now we did say, since the COVID was out, we did say, okay, we don't want to be with other people. We're going to buy our own little compartment and things like that. Okay. So you pay the extra money, you get this compartment, and it's supposed to be just you and your passenger that you're with, right? Okay, we get there. Oh my God. It was so scrunched up. No private bathroom, which was on, when I bought the train ticket, it did say we're supposed to have our own personal bathroom. There was no bathroom. It was one that we had to share, you know, with people. And so that means that extra sanitizing, extra wiping down things and all this kind of stuff. We did 16 hours on this train. 16 hours. And we were scrunched up all together. Me and my daughter just scrunched in this one little compartment. It was not the way to go, believe me. But we was desperate. So we did 16 hours of that scrunched up in there. And they did serve meals on there, thank God. And beverages and things like that. Okay, so when we get there to the train station, mind you, in Chicago, you have to do the train station, but then we have to go from Chicago train station to Chicago airport. Oh my God. Oh, so thank God it was daytime. So we took all our luggage. Believe me, it was so much luggage. Oh my God, because we were coming back and we was getting things from America that we needed, you know, in Thailand. So we had so much luggage, and we couldn't take all this luggage ourselves. We couldn't drag it ourselves, okay? So it was a luggage cart coming by. This guy on a luggage cart, he was coming by, whatever. I waved him down. Hello, can you please take us to the front where we can take a taxi to the airport and this, that, and other. So he took our luggage and he threw them on the back of that thing. We jumped in. He had somewhere else to go, but he was such a really nice person that he actually took us to the front of the airport. Now, when we was riding, I was like, oh my God, if we would have had to do this on our own, we would have never made it, because we had a short window to get from the train station to the airport, right? So we went ahead and we got to the front. Now, we had so much luggage that some of the taxis did not want to take us to the airport. No matter how much I was going to pay. They did not want to take us to the airport. So, it was like the car's too small. They can't get it in. Things like that. The guy was really, he was so sweet. He was trying his best to wait. He was trying his best to talk to someone about taking us. Then this man, he had a bigger taxi. But the man was drunk. And he was sitting in there for somebody else. Oh my God. So we couldn't use that one because you know, we can't be going with people that's drunk. Okay, we're not doing that. So we had to wait. And one taxi driver, he took some ladies, and when he came back, he saw us still there, and he said, I can't leave you guys here. I just can't. And he was the sweetest person ever. He said, I cannot leave you guys here. He said, we will put some luggage in the front seat. We will put it between you guys. We'll put the rest in the trunk. I mean, he got everything in there, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for this man. And he took us straight to the airport, and when we got there, you know, we had to put everything on the trolley, and we had a short time to, like, bam, we had to hurry up and get there. We had to hurry up, you know, to get in there and to check in and stuff. So the situation was really crazy, and you know how the airport is, and for us to have to go through all of that, that was just mad, right? I just can't believe all the stuff we've been through. Now, there's plenty more stories I can tell you because we've been traveling for so long. There's a lot of stories I could tell you. Once we got to Thailand, thankfully, oh my gosh. Once we got to Thailand, things got a little bit more easier, and we went to the quarantine hotel. Now, mind you, going to quarantine, you just feel like you're going to prison. But really, this right here, this hotel was amazing, really. Now, when we got in, they just made sure it was just us. And they sprayed down all our luggage. I'm talking about sprayed it down. They sprayed us down. I mean, we don't know what we sprayed down with, but we was sprayed down, okay? So everything was sprayed down. I mean, they was we signed papers and things. They knew we was coming, so they was ready for us. They knew what time we was landing. So when we got to the airport, they was there waiting on us. They sprayed the luggage down on the way out of the airport, put us in the van by ourselves, and off we went to the hotel. We get to the hotel, they're going to spray down again. We get to spray down again. The nurse comes out. Everybody in ASVAC suits. I mean, whoo, it was something else. Thailand wasn't playing, right? Okay, so once we get into the hotel, they take us to our room, and they take the luggage first. They sprayed everything down. They take the luggage first. Then they make sure we get there after that. Masks, we had to make sure we had masks on and everything, and we couldn't touch anything. So we get into the hotel, in the actual room, and oh my God, you got padded floors. I said it. You have padded floors, and the room was very nice because I got a room with a panoramic window. Well, we'll have lots of windows because they had no patio. And we would be in this room 15 days straight. So we wanted to make sure we had lots of room and everything was comfortable and stuff like that. So when we got in, it was padded floors and everything. We had plenty of towels, lots and lots of large bottled waters. You can order your food. What they do is for ordering your food, they text you. They text you a menu, and you tell them what you want off the menu. They give you choices of beverages and your meals, and then they bring you dessert as well. And you get 3 meals a day. That comes with the whole package and stuff like that. If you want snacks between that time, you can contact the front desk for snacks and stuff, and you pay for that at the end of your visit, of course. And then what else they have? We had a couch, we had a big bed, we had a desk area, a refrigerator, a nice bathroom, lots of toiletries, lots of shampoos, body gels, and things like that. If you needed something else later on, you can ask for it and they'll bring it to you. But they don't come in your room. They put it outside the door and they run. They ring the doorbell and run. I mean, literally run. Yes. So I wanted ice or whatever with my meal. They brought me ice with every meal. I guess because I was asking for too often, they decided every meal you would get it, you know. So what they do with your food is they bring your food to the door. You can hear them because they wear the hazmat suit, so you can hear them as they rattle down the hallway. Then they put your food on this little table thing right next to your door. They ring the doorbell, and then you can hear them run, and they run. You open the door, you get your food, and then you close the door and lock it back. That's how they did. While we was there, you do get 3 COVID tests. They all spread out. You get 1 COVID test on the 2nd day that you're there, another one on the 10th day that you're there, and another one 2 days before you get ready to leave there. And you get, they'll call you and give you your results. They'll say, Miss blah, blah, blah. Okay, your test results and your daughter's test result is blase, 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 like that. So if you're negative, then you're good. If you're positive, then you got a situation. It's another situation. I don't know what that situation is though. Okay, because we was negative. So after that, the whole process was really good. I mean, I will have to say that they put a lot into this entire thing, you know. When they was preparing the food, I guess one of the chefs, the chef got sick, so we had to order food from another place, and that place, oh, that food was much better. So I'm kind of, you know, I'm not glad that the chef got sick, but the food was much, much better. French toast and all these things. I mean, it was really, really good. And, you know, but the hotel was amazing. So when we looked at the window, across the street was another hotel, and those people looked like they was distressed and don't look good. They didn't look good. They didn't look happy like we were. We was happy. We could have did this another week, honestly, because we just, you know, it was really nice. So, as time went on, of course, school had already started, but it was online. So I was able to do school online with my students. Now, mind you, this is the beginning of the school year. So these students, they know me because they see me last year in the hallway, but they didn't know what Miss Tawana was expecting from them, right? So, you know, it's different when you start school at the beginning of the year and, you know, you're not in face-to-face with the students. It's a little bit more difficult. And also getting to know the parents and building a rapport with the parents. So everything worked out pretty good. But all in all, just trying to get back, we barely made it. We barely made it, but we did. Okay? Patience goes a long way. And I'm talking about frustration and everything. And usually I try not to cry or anything like that, because when you cry, it doesn't fix anything. But at that particular point, I started crying. I just couldn't take any more disappointment anymore. You know, we had been to the airport 3 times in a row, you know, just 3 times, running around, you know, trying to change the COVID tests from the lab. And mind you, when you take the COVID test from the lab, you have to pay for that test. So it's not like that test was, you know, was cheap, and it wasn't like that test wasn't like, you know, you have to pay for it. And with my budget, that was really hard, because with the quarantine hotel, thank God they didn't charge me for moving the dates, because I moved the dates so much with them. When we came, they was like, we didn't think you was coming, you know, but we was patient. We just knew sooner or later you'll get here, but we really thought you wasn't coming, you know. And, you know, and the health insurance had to be moved. That means I had to extend it and keep extending it, and that was costly as well. I mean, Lord, it was something. But we made it, and we We got back to Bangkok. But right after Bangkok, I'll tell you that story later. Because there was something else that happened, you know, with the school when we get to Bangkok. Okay? That story will be next time. Because you need to know what we did to get to Tirana, Albania. Okay? So that would be the next story. And that's interesting because the stuff that we go through. Also, another one I gotta tell you about is when we went to Germany. People must, I'll tell you that story too, because you know what? That was a nasty. Okay? Miss Anna don't like no mess. You know, be polite to the foreigners that come to your city. Just wait till I tell you about the one in Germany. Oh my God. They must have thought I was Spanish because they did something not so nice. Okay? So Miss Anna will let you know. But anyway, the traveling has been an adventure. And there'll be a lot more stories coming up because I got to tell you everything that's been going on in this journey. And it's been almost 10 years. So you know I got plenty to tell you. Okay? So I'll talk to you next time. This is Anna.